Dinner time. Do you know where your food came from? Chances are it traveled hundreds of miles to get to your dinner table.
But there are major benefits to buying locally produced foods, both for you and the environment. Meteorologist Joanne Feldman is here now to tell us more about it. Joanne?
Well, you know, Russ and Lisa, every day we eat our meals without necessarily thinking about where our food is coming from. But some gardeners in Atlanta are out to change that. In the shadow of Atlanta's concrete jungle lies a place where sunflowers grow so big they almost eclipse the sun itself.
Any kind of vegetable we likely grow.
Gaia Gardens is an urban oasis full of winter squash, cherry tomatoes, and Italian peppers. Daniel Parson runs the place.
The purpose of this garden, well, I guess is to feed people.
This garden is part of a growing movement called sustainable farming. The idea to produce food closer to where people buy it. This 5-acre farm is located just a few miles from downtown Atlanta.
We encourage beneficial organisms that eat our pests.
Parson grows his vegetables the organic way, no pesticides or chemical fertilizers.
These are pest control.
Parson says the natural way helps the environment.
I like to tell people that some of the 3 most important environmental decisions they make on a daily basis are breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Alice Rolls is the executive director of Georgia Organics, one of the main organizations that promote sustainable farming.
When we think about community-based food versus commodity-based food, yes, we get into an issue called food miles. How long has your food traveled from farm to plate? And the typical average is about 1,500 miles.
Compare that to the people who buy food from Gaia.
The average customer from this garden their food may only travel a mile or 2 on average.
Cutting down on fuel costs and pollution. Every week, customers who purchase a yearly share in the garden receive a basket full of seasonal produce and flowers harvested here on the farm.
It's 1 3/4 pound for $7.
Okay.
Produce is also sold at weekly farmers markets in the Atlanta area.
This is the purple Cherokee. It's just an amazing tomato.
Here at Avalon Catering, the tomatoes, potatoes, and okra are all harvested locally. Chef Kathy Conway says it makes a big difference.
You're getting food that's more nutrient dense because it hasn't been sitting someplace, it hasn't been warehoused, it hasn't been gassed. You don't want to cover up the flavor of the food because it stands on its own.
Now, organic food is generally more expensive than your regular produce, but now there's actually even a food stamp program that will allow low-income families to buy this produce at a local farm.